How are you feeling headed into these next few days, kind of off from the games and then heading into postseason?
Yeah, it was good to kind of shut it off for 24 hours yesterday, but kind of having 3 or 4 workout days, you kind of go through your routine the same way you would on a game day. So I think just getting back into it today, tomorrow, and then kind of build into it for when it matters. So I'm excited.
Have you been able to find your rhythm again after missing so much time? And do you feel like the time that you got in the regular season kind of helped you?
Yeah, I think I needed those 40 at-bats coming off, not really the IL, but an injury. So I think, kind of the last 20 at-bats started to feel much better, see the ball much better, and then I'm going to get probably close to 20 at-bats these next 4 days too. So I think lock it all in, and started seeing the ball better. So that's the main thing. It doesn't really matter about the results these last few games.
On defense, how much has playing on the same side as Freddie helped you grow as a second baseman?
Yeah, I mean, I just love talking to him as much as I can. So during the game, I'll shoot him a question if we're kind of close to each other. But yeah, I mean, he's so much fun to play with, and just watching him go about his business every day. And he's one of the best players in the game for a reason. So as much time as you get to spend around him, you feel lucky.
How much have you been able to sort of take through what you were able to accomplish through August, especially before the neck injury, and where you were at offensively and that growth that you sort of had?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is just getting comfortable at the big league level. A lot of guys will tell you that's probably the hardest thing to do is being comfortable every day. So I think that stretch we're pretty much playing every day, got comfortable and kind of just could go out and do what I wanted to do and didn't feel so much pressure. Just kind of went out and played and tried to have fun. Results kind of follow that.
How much do you think you personally grew getting a chance to play and be a part of last year's postseason?
Yeah, I think anybody can tell you postseason baseball is different. The environment, the intensity, all that is totally night and day compared to the regular season. And there's no way you can really prepare for that until you go through it. So I think getting to do that last year and then playing it out of position too, which will cause some anxiousness in itself. So I think going through that can only help, and pretty much everybody on this team has some playoff experience, so it's a good thing.
Would you say you're in a more comfortable place this year compared to this time last year?
Yeah, much more. I feel like kind of towards the end of last year, I was fighting for every playoff spot, and then fighting for every at bat, and I think playing center field was totally different adjustment. So being back at second and in the dirt, I think kind of can put your focus on your at bats and obviously playing a position that you're much more comfortable in.
How much more relaxed as a team are you guys compared to last year when you went right down to the wire with the Giants and had to play that wild card game?
Yeah, I mean, last year we were kind of scratching and clawing every game in September to try to compete with the Giants. So I think this year building that comfortable lead and making sure everybody's healthy going into the playoffs, I think that's the biggest thing. And we accomplished that. Everybody's pretty much healthy. So I think everybody's looking forward to it.
You mentioned
Is it awkward to have kind of this many days off going into a playoff series?
I mean, I've never had to do it, so I might not be the right guy to ask for that. But yeah, I think 4 or 5 days off is a little funky, but use it to your advantage. Rest up and take these at bats seriously as much as you can these next few days, and try to prepare for the playoffs, which that's what really matters.
How much, if at all, do
to
you tune
juice
in?
the competitiveness?
Say that
Anything you
again?
guys do in these sim games to juice the competitiveness? At all?
I mean, I don't think you really have to with this group. I think everybody understands, that these are important and, they mean something, and you're getting ready for what really matters. So I think everybody's going to be pretty locked in.
Is that hard to turn that back on, especially considering how difficult, how early you guys clinched and how long it's been since there's been a lot of games with stakes for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, every big league game is important. You're still going out and trying to win. So obviously, maybe the intensity wasn't quite the same as maybe last year in September when you are scratching and clawing. But I think with this group, still, we're going to keep the intensity, and enough guys know how to go about their business. Everybody does. So I think we'll be all right.
How much are you going to watch of this Mets-Padres series?
I think, when I'm away from baseball, I try not to watch it as much as possible. So when I'm here, I'll probably watch, but once I go home, I won't be watching it a lot.
Gavin, what do you remember of your first postseason at bat?
Yeah, it was a pretty cool experience. I mean, I didn't expect to get in that bat that game, and kind of a late last second, hey, you're going to go hit against the righty. So it was a really cool experience. I didn't really have time to get nervous. Kind of just went on deck, took a couple warm-up swings, and went and hit. But that was a really cool moment. Something I'll probably remember for the rest of my life for sure.
Is that something that can kind of impact you or like you've been in that situation so you know how it is?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said before, the playoffs are totally different intensity-wise. So I don't think you really know what to expect till you go through it. So just having those experiences the last couple of years, I think it can't hurt. It can really help.
How did you describe Julio Urias' season? Did you?
Oh man, I mean he's been unbelievable the last 2 or 3 years. If you ask me, he's the Cy Young winner. You know, he's been the ace of the staff. He's been an innings eater. He's done everything. He's a bulldog. So you know, unbelievable year, and what he's done, I don't think you know it's any secret. I think everybody in here knows how good he is.
You good?